I do not know if you can see, but it is pouring buckets. So good omen, hopefully. Hi guys, so I am at the airport. It is currently almost 7 o'clock. Our flight starts boarding in about 10 minutes, and we're at Starbucks, of course. So I've got this grande iced non-fat latte with 2 pumps of the sugar-free vanilla and 2 pumps of the smoked butterscotch because I want to try it. And I'm also getting some sous vide egg bites. Normally I would just have coffee in the morning, but I am actually supposed to be fasting 4 hours before I get my labs drawn, and I don't know when those will be done. So I'm getting there. I should be getting there by 11:30 at the latest. So I'm going to stop eating at 7:30 just in case, which is going to suck because I have a feeling it's going to be later than that, but whatever. But yeah, got to the airport. It was pouring rain. I tried to get some video, but I don't know if you'll be able to see it. But it was bucketing rain, which was super fun. Okay, now I'm at my gate. You saw me drink my coffee, which I'm still drinking. But I'll throw up my stats on the screen for the weight that you saw. I took video, but we'll see if it's actually usable. Up a little bit from the weight I came at you guys at last week, which I'm not surprised about. One, because both because my eating yesterday, I mean, it was fine, but I definitely was over calories. I got a delicious burger, no bun, but I did have some onion straws. And I didn't get 10,000 steps for the first time all month, but I was just too stressed and busy. But also, I think last week was at an artificial low, to be honest. The next day I bounced back up a little bit, again, all within the 192s, but have not seen that low again. So I think that was just kind of one of those little artificial dips. I'm fine with it. I'm still in the 192 range. Point something pounds. It's not gonna kill me. Anyways, I am going to be boarding the plane soon and freaking out just a little bit. Just a little bit. Tacos with carne asada or beef, guacamole, some cilantro. I'm so excited. So we're here, and this is the hospital room. So I'm at the doorway. There's like this little desk type thing. Here there is a closet, and you can see here there's like a little safe. This is my bed, a little cot. Over here is where your companion could sleep. My stepmom is with me, and she's going to be, I think, going to the hotel early. There's our bags. There's a TV. Apparently it has Netflix. There's a window here, and then there's a bathroom with a shower. Hi! Hello. Okay, so it is currently noon. Oh man, it's exactly 12 o'clock noon, and I am, as you can see, all settled into my hospital room. We got in around 10:15 to the airport, and then there was an annoying snafu with the luggage. Took a little longer to get there than is ideal, but that was not a big deal at all. So we did the luggage. Our driver, so they sent me the driver information before I left, like about a week before I left. So I had like his name, his contact information. And when I landed, I had a text from him already saying that he was at the cell phone parking lot, and that for me to just let him know what zone I was in, and he would come and get me within a couple of minutes. So we got our luggage, texted him, and he, was there within a few minutes. So that was really, it's really easy. And it was probably about, I think, 30 minutes from the airport to the hospital. The border was nothing. I mean, we literally just drove across. We didn't even have to stop at all. We just had to go slow because of all the speed bumps and stuff, but it was super fast. So really just 30 minutes. And once you get over the border, the hospital is super close, minutes away from the border. So we got in, I filled out some paperwork. They did my labs right away, which I was very happy about because, like I mentioned earlier, I had to fast for 4 hours, and I was just at 4 hours, which was nice. So they took my blood right away, and then we went and got food, which is great. I've been hearing everyone talk about how there's this taco place right next to the hospital, and I mean right next door, like feet away from the entrance. It was so good. So I got 2 little mini tacos, which you saw me eat, and they were very, very yummy. And once we'd done that, we just came back, filled out more paperwork, and they got me settled into my room. So I showed you a little room tour of where I'm staying for the next 2 days. Seems quite nice. I mean, you know, it's standard. It's not super fancy, but it's a big space, lots of space, which is nice. The bed, I'm on it right now. It is definitely, you know, it feels like a camp bed, like a cot like you'd have at camp, you know, but that makes sense because they have to make sure that they can wash and clean them and all of that stuff. And that's pretty much it so far. Now we just wait. There's Netflix on the TV. I don't know if I mentioned that. So, and there's Wi-Fi. So I'll probably start editing this video so that I can get it loaded, but more to come as things unfold. All right, so it is currently about 5:15. We have just basically been chilling in the room all day. We've been watching Netflix. I've been pacing the room to get some steps in. I'm not gonna get 10,000 today. Anyways, it is, like I said, 5:15, and I'm hungry because I had lunch before noon, and apparently they said that dinner is supposed to be at 7, which I can't go that long without eating. So I had them bring me some food, and I'll see if I can tilt. So it looks like some chicken with peppers, which I don't like peppers, so I'll just eat the chicken. And I think that's fruit, and then some kind of fruit juice, and I don't know, I'm guessing that's like hot tea. Yeah, there's a tea bag. So yeah, I would say that, and this is what I've heard about in terms of language skills. So obviously this is in Mexico and they speak Spanish here, and I am not fluent anymore, but I used to be fluent, and I would say I'm conversational. And since I told them that, I speak, my accent is very, is not very American. I sound like I speak Spanish more than I do. So they have been just speaking to me in Spanish, and I understand a lot better than I can speak as well. But I would say that that is just something to know. I've heard that the hospital nurses are less fluent in English than the like the nurses that'll care for us at the hotel, and I'll let you know how that goes. It's fine, like you can communicate, but I would say that the fact that I have Spanish skills is definitely a huge bonus, and you will probably want to rely on some kind of translation software if you're confused. It's hard for me to really judge that just because they have been speaking to me in Spanish and I've been more or less understanding them, so I can't really judge how well that would go if they were trying to speak to me exclusively in English and I didn't have that Spanish background. But I did want to let you know, I mean, it is something to expect. You're in a Spanish-speaking country. If you don't speak Spanish, that could be a slight issue, but I do know that the doctor is fluent in English, the coordinator is, so I have not had a massive issue, but it has been a little bit of one. So anyways, I'm gonna eat and I'll let you know how else the rest of the day goes. All right, so quick update. It is now about 6:15 and I just got done with one of the doctors, not my doctor, but he came in, another one came in to do an EKG. So that's where they like stick the little stickies all over your chest and they, you know, attach it to electrodes, and they basically just take a look at your heart, make sure it's functioning well, it doesn't hurt or anything. So he did that, asked me some more questions about my medical history, and said everything looks good, told me he'd reviewed my blood work and that all looked good. So I'm looking positive for the surgery actually happening. I'm supposed to meet with the doctor, Dr. Galvez, tonight after he's done with his surgeries, so I'll keep you posted. Lots of like little small videos because lots of little small things keep happening and I want to keep you updated, so I'm just not talking for ages at the end. But it is currently 7:45. About a half an hour ago, one of the coordinators came in, went over, I just wanted to go over everything that I had been charged, you know, what I'd paid for, and kind of all the surgeries that I have down for. She mentioned that I am looking like I'm scheduled to go first tomorrow. There are 2 surgeries tomorrow, so I should be going first around 8 a.m. The surgery should probably take around 8 hours, and then I'll be another few hours in recovery, so I should be back in my room by 7. I've showered, you can tell, and I've gotten into the hospital gown. My surgeon is here, and I think I can hear him talking to the other patient, I think the one that's going tomorrow. He should be coming shortly-ish to do the markup and everything. My stepmom's with me, and she will be going to the hotel tonight, make sure that we have the room and all of that stuff, but she's gonna wait till after the surgeon comes. So yeah, I will probably come to you at least one more time tonight, just talking about the markup and everything, but I wanted to sort of go over all of that. Hello. So it is currently 9:30. As you can see, I've been marked. Okay, so I'd say he came in maybe like 8:15-ish, and it was really great. He has such a great bedside manner, and definitely made me feel very calm and confident. You know, we kind of talked about my history. He came in, he talked sort of expectations, what he can do, you know, what my part is, what his role is, and he was kind of like, you know, what are we doing? What do you want to do? And so I talked about it. I said, and he was in you know, said what we want to do, what my problem areas were, all that stuff, and he's like, okay, you know, I know what I told you, like I did the consult obviously, but that was 6 months ago, so this is really basically like a fresh consult. Like we both have an idea of what's gonna happen, but now I'm gonna see your actual body. So then I got to strip back ass naked in front of this very attractive man that I've never met before. But it wasn't weird. I mean, it was a little weird. It was like a slightly uncomfortable, but you know, he's just such a professional that, and like you know, you don't feel judged or weird about it. So, he was saying, he said that I have a very unusual, stomach formation, just the way that my, fat, for lack of a better phrase, formed. And you guys saw that if you saw my skin video, that, I really do need the corsetoplasty, like the upper incision, the lower incision, and the vertical, to get all of the layers. He says I have a very good frame, a good shape. He's confirmed that I have wide shoulders, which I already knew, but it's nice to have other people tell you. But he thinks, you know, like I have a good frame, a good shape, that I'll have a good results. He was thinking that he might need to do a 360, a full belt lipectomy. But then when he was getting in there, he's like, no, actually what I quoted you for just doing an extended tummy tuck and then the upper back lift should be enough, because the amount that my fleur-de-lis, the vertical incision, will pull, he thinks will get most of kind of the loose skin on my lower back, and what it doesn't get is, you know, something that I should not be overly concerned about. He thinks that with just a lift, I will probably be like a small C, which is not what I wanted, but I'm not getting implants. So, you know, I was telling him kind of my wobbly, and he's like, if you're not sure, don't get them. And that I have been kind of going back and forth on it, and I think that I'm not getting my arms done either. He was like, you have to pick if you want breasts or arms, because he's doing so much with my stomach. And I had a feeling that was gonna happen. So I was like, breasts 100%, plus having my arms for this recovery, I do think is gonna be really clutch. So I'm not having my arms done. I'm not getting implants. And I figure, he's like, if you're unhappy with the size, you can always get fat grafting or implants later on. And so I figure I'll probably want to get my arms done at some point. Probably, you know, not for another year, I'm guessing. And so at that time, a lot of people get arm and breast done at the same time. If I do want to go bigger, I can. And this will give me a chance to see what they look like with the flat stomach. Because I think part of it is that seems small, like a small C seems small for my frame because I am quite, you know, tall and large. But I've never seen what that might look like with a flat stomach. So yeah, it's happening. I got, apparently it's very common to get really dizzy and feel faint and almost pass out while he's marking you up, and that happened to me twice, which was really kind of embarrassing, but he was like, this happens all the time. And he actually told me, like, he's like, let me know if you get faint. And I was like, I'm not gonna do that. And then I almost passed out. And he said it's super common. So that happened, and I had to like lie down on my bed, just naked with all my markings. What else? Yeah, I think that's, I'm the first surgery. So my surgery should be around 8 to 8:30 tomorrow. It should last, he thinks, between 6 and 7 hours. So I should be hopefully, like, you know, after the surgery, I'll be in recovery. I wait for the anesthesia to wear off, and then I'll be coming back to my room. I'm freaking out a little bit. It's feeling really real. I mean, like, yeah. So yeah, I'm feeling weird. I mean, lots of anxiety. Yeah, I mean, I remember watching a video by Voodoo Queen talking about almost feeling a sense of guilt or like something weird about cutting off this piece. And even though this stomach is not something I like or love or want on me, it's a part of me. And like, there's something, you know, like, it's squishy and it's, you know, kind of fun, and like I get to see it all the time, and I just can't picture life with, you know, without it. And it feels kind of weird to know that this is the last night where I'm gonna have this stomach. Yeah. Lots of long pauses in this video, but it's just surreal, you know? It's just surreal, and I'm feeling a little bit weird. Yeah. Anyways, this is, I think, gonna be the last video. Like I said, it is currently 9:30. Now it's 9:30. I'm just gonna probably edit this and then start it loading, like processing, and then go to bed. The nurse has said she's gonna come in at 5 a.m. to wake me and put my IV in, and then we're gonna get started. No more liquids after midnight, so I'm getting in a little bit more water. He said part of why I'm faint is like with the flight and the travel and stuff, I'm a little dehydrated, which, fair. So I will come to you guys at a later date. I'm hoping to post this tomorrow, but honestly, I don't know that I will be able to. But I'll post it as soon as I can. And I am planning to vlog as much as this experience for those of you who are interested. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I will answer them eventually, but I cannot promise when I will actually get to them. Thank you all for the love, support, and prayers. I've been getting a lot of comments today on my skin flake video, a lot of comments on my Instagram, a lot of messages on Instagram, and it really means a lot. And I will also respond to all of those as soon as I am able. Mad love. Love you all. Thank you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.